Woke Mayor Brandon Johnson compares illegal aliens to Civil War-era slaves? Right. Woke Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has full meltdown after reporter uses term illegal alien. Compares it to calling black people slaves. Far-left Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson erupted in response to a reporter's use of the term illegal alien, equating it to the historical dehumanization of black Americans during slavery. The meltdown came when a reporter pressed Johnson on the enormous taxpayer burden of providing shelter, healthcare, and other services to tens of thousands of illegal aliens who have flooded the city since 2022. Resources that have strained Chicago's budget, while crime ravages neighborhoods and essential services for legal residents are slashed. When the reporter calmly noted that illegal alien is, in fact, the precise legal terminology enshrined in federal law, Johnson doubled down with a jaw-dropping comparison.
We don't have illegal aliens. I don't know if that's from some sort of sci-fi message that you wish have had. Well, listen, the legal term for my people were slaves. You want me to use that term too? So look, let's just get the language right. We're talking about undocumented individuals that are human beings. The last thing that I'm going to do is accept the type of racist, nasty language to describe human beings. And so as far as our spending on Chicagoans, I've put forth a $16.7 billion balanced budget that ensures that we're investing in education, transportation, housing, youth employment, environmental justice, as well as ensuring that we have safe communities. And we are going to challenge the ultra wealthy to pay their fair share. He's more than happy to look at that budget.
Let me just, excuse me, let me just say something here. It is very important that people in Illinois and across the country understand the immigration system is a civil system. Undocumented presence in the United States is not a criminal offense. And so thank you for the clarification on language.
Obviously, they have a globalist agenda where there is no national identity. You don't need any type of citizenship if you're going to live in a society that has no national identity. That is the globalist agenda. We are all the same. We all talk the same. We all walk the same. We all think the same. That's why they say these things. But also, it's a legal term. So if they're not using the legal term, if they can just disregard and dismiss an actual legal term, which is illegal alien, an occupant that has infiltrated the country illegally, well, then they can dismiss it in the media. They can dismiss it in their so-called policy making. They don't have to address it. Illegal aliens don't exist. Illegal aliens are not real. That's only from a sci-fi movie. No, that's actually the law. And Chicago is ground zero for this. Here's an update. DHS refers Illinois State Representative Margaret Croak to DOJ for sending out email doxing ICE agents. The Department of Homeland Security has referred Illinois State Representative Margaret Croak to the DOJ for prosecution over her reckless doxing of ICE agents. Croak's email, which was exposed by the popular X account Libs of TikTok, listed detailed vehicle descriptions, colors, and partial license plate numbers of cars allegedly belonging to ICE officers operating in Chicago neighborhoods. As the Gateway Pundit reported previously, Croak blasted out the email on Friday under the guise of protecting communities from what she baselessly called unlawful and undemocratic ICE actions. The flyer urged recipients to spy on and report suspicious vehicles, while providing hotlines and resources to connect illegals with lawyers and social services, essentially aiding and abetting criminals to evade justice. This is not public service. It's a direct assault on federal law enforcement, putting brave ICE agents in the crosshairs of violent cartels, leftist extremists, and gangs. Croak urged her constituents to aid illegal aliens and record ICE agents. Her post stated, "ICE alert. Just as we have witnessed in neighborhoods across our city, ICE is conducting their unlawful and undemocratic actions in the 12th House District, including the very block I reside on. If you see something, recorded as that might help protect someone from either being picked up off the street or unnecessarily and forcibly handled by ICE agents. If you know someone who is afraid to leave their home out of fear of ICE, offer to help whoever you can, such as running an errand on their behalf or picking up their kids from school. And if you know anyone who might be at risk, be sure that they know their rights and share this helpful link. Thank you to our community members who have alerted local elected officials about this activity. We will continue to provide updates as we confirm more details. Libs of TikTok has now announced the DHS referral in a bombshell update, saying the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Tricia McLaughlin, told them that Croak is being referred to the DOJ. Well, and this is why, in my personal opinion, the Democrat Party should be designated as a terrorist organization. Because they are the ones that facilitate. They set the path. They make it possible for terrorists to carry out their terrorist attacks, including illegal aliens that are launching full-scale assaults against ICE agents, federal officers, local police, that are helping clean up the streets of illegal aliens. In the midst of cartels putting out bounties on the heads of ICE agents, they're not only being doxxed, they're being hunted. The Democrat Party facilitates this. Cancer, acne rosacea, multiple sclerosis, and rheumatoid arthritis are 4 different diseases in 4 different areas of medicine. What if they can all be treated with parasite medication, and that turns out for these diseases to be true? What if I told you that if you had a pet or ate sushi, you are more likely to have parasites? This means that a lot of our ailments that we experience every day are caused not by environmental issues, but by parasites as well. This is something Big Pharma does not want you to know about. I know many of us check off many of these boxes. This is why Purge is offering their new liver cleanse products for all of you out there that need to clear those toxins out once and for all. PurgeStore.com offers everything you need to cleanse and detox your body. Powerful enzymes and probiotics, 15-day colon cleanse protocols, liver cleanse, and of course, the parasite cleanse. Right now, if you go to PurgeStore.com and use promo code DREW, that's DREW, you will get 20% off your entire order. Use the link in the description below, PurgeStore.com, and support the Gateway Pundit today. The Gateway Pundit is supported by the people, we the people, that is you, the American people. We thank you for your support. Illegal alien police officer cost Illinois taxpayers more than $205,000. In Governor J.B. Pritzker's Illinois, taxpayers are funding one of the most shocking sanctuary state scandals to date, an illegal alien working as a sworn police officer. His salary, his benefits, and pension package together cost the public more than $205,000 this year alone. Rajul Lajovic, an illegal alien from Montenegro, was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement during Operation Midway Blitz on October 15th. ICE officials confirmed he had been unlawfully living in the United States for over a decade after overstaying his B-2 visitor visa, which expired on March 31st, 2015. Despite his unlawful presence and felony ineligibility to possess a firearm, he was sworn in as an officer with the Hanover Park Police Department, a suburb of Chicago. According to Police Department and Pension Board records, he was granted a starting salary of $78,955 and was approved by the Hanover Park Pension Fund Board of Trustees in January 2025. But his overall taxpayer burden reached far higher. In 2025 alone, his employment cost Illinois residents $205,000, including salary benefits and about $9,000 in FICA and Medicare taxes. Well, this falls in line with the replacement migration agenda, and it also falls in line with the defund the police agenda. Because if you are going to replace good police officers and bring in the woke mob to fill in their spots, well, you're also going to bring in illegal aliens too. And they work hand in hand. That's how these people get away with all of this. Stephen Miller has dropped a bombshell threat as well. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and other officials could face seditious conspiracy charges for blocking ICE deportations. White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Stephen Miller laid out a clear warning to Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and other officials in sanctuary states, specifically that any attempt to block federal immigration enforcement could lead to serious criminal charges, including seditious conspiracy. Miller issued the warning during an appearance on Fox News' The Will Cain Show on Friday.
Any state official, any local official, anybody who's operating in an official capacity who conspires or engages in activity that unlawfully impedes federal law enforcement conducting their duties. So if you engage in a criminal conspiracy to obstruct the enforcement of federal immigration laws, or to unlawfully order your own police officers or your own officials to try to interfere with ICE officers or even to arrest ICE officers, you're engaged in criminal activity. Different kinds of crimes would apply. There's obstruction of justice. There is harboring illegal aliens. There is impeding the enforcement of our immigration laws. And then as you get up the scale of behavior, you obviously get into seditious conspiracy charges, depending on the conduct, and many other offenses. So again, it depends on the action, it depends on the conduct, it depends on what is taking place. But what we need to reassure, a couple points. To all ICE officers, you have federal immunity in the conduct of your duties. And anybody who lays a hand on you, or tries to stop you, or tries to obstruct you, is committing a felony. You have immunity to perform your duties, and no one, no city official, no state official, no illegal alien, no leftist agitator or domestic insurrectionist can prevent you from fulfilling your legal obligations and duties. And the Department of Justice has made clear that if officials cross that line into obstruction, into criminal conspiracy against the United States or against ICE officers, then they will face justice.
These people have to be held accountable, and they have to be held accountable swiftly and quickly. Because what they're doing, alongside of the judicial coup, is they are obviously sabotaging the mass deportation operation, but they really are causing a serious delay as well. They're wasting time intentionally and on purpose. Arrest them. Throw them in prison. The future of our republic depends on this administration successfully delivering on mass deportations. And the more and more Democrats delay, the more and more we get further and further away from that success. My name is Drew Hernandez for the Gateway Pundit, and you have been on Watch with Drew Hernandez. I'll see you guys on the next one.